Hi Junior 6, how are you? Our lesson today called Set of Integers. We studied before the set of number in Junior 5. Are you remember Junior 6? Yes, we studied before set of natural numbers. What this set and what the number contain in this set? The set of natural numbers denoted by N capital and it's a continue 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on to infinite. Okay, that means the 0 is the smallest natural numbers. 0 is the smallest number I know. Right, Junior 6? Yes. Are there any numbers less than 0? Are there any numbers less than 0? So it with me. Okay, to find the answer of this question, let us listen following example. In Canada, sometimes the temperature records 30 degrees Celsius below zero. 30 degrees Celsius below zero. You can say that the temperature is negative 30 degrees Celsius. Below zero, that means smaller than zero by 30 degrees. So I call the temperature is negative 30 degrees Celsius. That means I have a number smaller than zero. In a next example, in Ras Mohammed, this is a place about 12 kilometers from Sharm el-Sheikh. The normal diving depth is 10 meters below sea level. 10 meters below sea level. That means that below sea level, this is the zero because we stand on a land. So the sea level, this is the zero. So when I called 10 meters below sea level, that means 10 meters smaller than zero. So I call the depth is negative 10 meters. So I also have a number smaller than zero in real life. So what this number is smaller than zero? This is the great set, and this is called set of integers, and this is denoted by Z capital. So when I say that, when I see that, that means I talking about the set of integers. So what the Z continue of numbers? It's a continue 0 in the middle, and on the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, positive, infinite, inverse of negative, positive. And on the left of the 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 2, negative infinite. So that continue that positive as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to positive infinite, union 0, union Z negative as negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 to negative infinite. To be clear, let's see. This is a number line, and the integers less than 0 on the left from the 0, and the integers greater than 0 on the right from the 0. The positive integers on the right and the positive integers greater than 0. The negative integers on the left from the 0 and the negative integers less than 0. So 0 in middle, on the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, infinite, positive infinite. And on the left, -1, -2, -3, -4, 2, negative infinite. 0 is neither negative nor positive. 0 is non-negative, non-positive. 0 is the set. 0 is the set of 0. It's non-positive, non-negative. The positive can be written with a sign of plus, and we can see without a sign, okay? Or we can written without a sign. But the negative are written with a minus sign, okay? So again, negative integers is less than 0, and it's on the left on the 0 on a number line of the 0 on a number line, and the integers greater than 0 are positive integers, and it's on the right from the 0, and the 0 non-positive, non-negative, and the positive can be written with a plus sign or without a sign, and the negative are written with a minus sign or negative sign. Okay, writing integers in real life situation. Write an integers to describe each situation. Number 1, an increase of 6LE. An increase, that's mean it's a positive because it's increase. So increase of 6LE, it's a positive 6. Number 2, scored 10 fewer points. Scored 10 fewer points. Fewer, that's mean negative 10. Number 3, a loss of 7 pounds. A loss of 7 pounds. Loss, that's mean negative 7. Another example. Number 4, 5 meters above sea level. Above sea level, that means it's a positive 5. Number 5, a temperature of 9 degrees below 0. 9 degrees below 0, that means I have negative 9. Now, graphing integers on a number line. Graphing integers on a number line. When I have a number and I need to put this number on a number line, graph each integers on a number line. Number 1, graph -4 on a number line, and -8 and +10 and +2. Now I have a number line with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and -2, -4, -6, -8, -10. I can write a number line with the even numbers, okay? Okay, now I need graph -4. Where is the -4? Yes, here. So I put point on the -4. And now I need graph the -8. Where is the -8? Yes, junior 6. I will put point on -8. And to graph +10, where is the +10? Yes, on the right from the 0. Looking for the 10 because this is positive on the right from the 0. Yes, this is 10. I put 0 point on the place of 10. And +2, that's here. I will put point on 2. Now I graphing integers on a number line. What is the absolute value and what is the opposite or inverse number? The absolute value, that means the distance of some number from 0 on the number line. The distance of some number from 0 on the number line. What does absolute value look like? The absolute value of 7, I write it by 2 lines and between it the number. So I read it as absolute value of 7. What's the meaning of absolute value of 7? That's mean how many distance between 7 and 0. When I counting the distance between 7 and 0, I will found I have 7 distance. So absolute value of 7 equals 7. The absolute value of negative 7. I write it by what? Yes, 2 lines and between them negative 7. So what's the mean of absolute value of negative 7? How many distance between negative 7 and 0? When I counting the distance between negative 7 and 0, I counting it by positive. So I counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 distance also between negative 7 and 0. That mean what? That mean any number between the 2 lines of the absolute value, it must be positive number. The answer will be positive number. So the absolute value of 7 equals 7 and the absolute value of negative 7 also equals 7. Now, what is the absolute value to be cleared? The distance of some numbers from 0 on the number line. So now, how many distance between 7 and 0? Let's counting the distance. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And also how many distance between negative 7 and 0? Yes, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's equal distance. So the absolute value of 7 equals the absolute value of negative 7 and equals 7. On the number line, any two numbers that are the same distance from 0 and on two opposites of it are called inverse of or opposite. Again, on the number line, any two numbers that are at the same distance from 0 and on two opposites of it are called inverse or opposite. So when I say what's the inverse of 7? Yes, it's negative 7. And what's the inverse of negative 7? Yes, that's equal 7. What's the inverse of 1? Negative 1. And what's the inverse of negative 2? That's equal 2. What's the opposite of 3? It's negative 3. And what's the opposite of negative 5? It's equals 5. So the opposite or inverse number, the same number by different sign. Okay, let's see, evaluate the expression. Number 1, I have here the sum of the absolute value. Absolute value of 3, that equals what, Junior 6? Yes, that's equal 3, because that's mean how many spaces between 3 and 0, right? Okay, number 2, the absolute value of negative 68. Yes, thought. Yes, that's equal 68, because the absolute value mean how many distance, and when I counting the distance, the answer will be positive. Number 3, absolute value of 6 plus absolute value of negative 9. So, firstly, absolute value of 6 equal what? Equals 6. plus absolute value of 9 equal 9. So 6 plus 9 equals 15. Number 4, absolute value of negative 8 minus absolute value of negative 9. So the absolute value of negative 8, it will be, yes, 8. And the absolute value of negative 9, it will be, yes, 9. So 8 minus 9, that's equal negative 1. Ordering and comparing integers. Ordering and comparing integers. Comparing integers. Firstly, talking about the integers number. When I walking to the right, the number increasing, right, Junior 6? And when I walking to the left, the number decreasing, right? That mean what? That mean any positive number is greater than any negative number. Any positive greater than any negative. That's clear? Okay. And also, 0 in the middle and all the negative numbers smaller than 0. That means what? That means 0 is always greater than any negative. Again, number 1. If I'm walking to the right on the number line, the number increasing. And if we walking about to the left on a number line, the number decreasing. That mean what? That mean any positive is greater than any negative. Number 2, all the negative numbers is smaller than 0. That means 0 is greater than any negative. Okay, Junior 6? Okay. And when I'm walking to the left, the number decreasing. That means the negative infinite is the smallest number. That means when I'm walking to the left, the number decreasing. That means negative 2 smaller than negative 1. Negative 3 smaller than negative 1. Negative 4 smaller than negative 1. Negative 5 smaller than negative 1. That means when the shape of negative number is greatest, the value is smallest. When the shape of negative number greatest, the value is smallest. Okay? Okay, let's see. Complete with smaller or greater or equal to make the sentence true. I have here, for example, number 1, I have negative 9 and 8, positive and negative. So the positive is greater than, right? Yes. Number 2, 83 and 84, that will be easy, right? Yes, 84 is greater. Number 3, I have 5 and negative 5, positive and negative. Always the positive is greater, so 5 greater than negative 5. Number 4, I have negative 6 and negative 4. If the number in the negative greatest, the value of it is smallest. The number with greater in the shape, the value is smaller. The number is greater in the shape, the value is smaller. So I have negative 6 and negative 4. That means negative 6 is smaller than negative 4. Number 5, I have negative 7 and negative 7. That's equals number. Ordering integers. Order each set of integers ascendingly. I have, for example, Number 1, I have negative 62, negative 10, negative 81, and 59. I need order these integers in ascending order. So I'm looking for the smallest number. The smallest number, that means I'm looking about the smallest negative, right? So what's the greatest in the shape? Yes, it's a negative 162. So it's the smallest in the value. So the first number, negative 162. And what's the next? Yes, negative 81. And what's the next? Negative 8, negative 10. And the last one, it's the positive number 59. Number 2, I have 9, negative 8, 4, negative 9. And I need order these integers ascending. That means from small to big. So I looking about the smallest number. In what? The smallest in what? In positive or in negative? Yes, in negative, because the negative is smaller than the positive, right? So I have the negative, negative 8, negative 9. Which one is smaller? Yes, negative 9, because the greatest in the value, the greatest in the shape. So it's the smaller in the value. So the first number, negative 9, and the next, negative 8. And I have 4 and 9. So the smallest is a 4, and the last one is 9. So the order will be negative 9, negative 8, 4, and 9. Number 3, I have 2, 6, negative 2, and 0. What's the smallest number? Yes, the negative number. I have negative 2. And what's the next? Yes, 0, because the 0 between positive and negative. And after that, 2, and the last one, 6. So the order will be negative 2, 0, 2, and 6. Number 4, I have 7, 5, negative 1, negative 5. I need to order the integers ascending. So which one is the smallest? I looking about the smallest in the negative, right? Because the negative is smaller than the positive. Okay, which one is the smallest? Negative 1 or negative 5? The greatest in the shape is the smallest in the value. So it's negative 5, the smallest one. After that, negative 1. And after that, 5. And the last one, 7. So the order will be negative 5, negative 1, 5, and 7. Okay, now I have the important relation between the sets. N subset of Z. N, the natural number, subset of the integers number. All the natural numbers in the integers. So N subset of Z. Z positive subset of Z. Z positive, that's mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 positive infinite. This is subset of Z. Z negative is subset of Z. What's the meaning of Z negative? Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 to negative infinite. 0 is the set of subset of Z. 0 set from Z. Okay, that equal natural union Z negative. Z equal natural union Z negative, because it's equal Z positive union 0 union Z negative. Z positive and 0 is natural, N. So Z equal N union Z negative. Z positive intersection Z negative equal phi. I don't have a common element between Z positive and Z negative. This is the disjoint sets. Okay? Z positive intersection Z negative equal phi. Z minus natural equal Z negative. When I through the natural, what's the remainder in the Z? Yes, it's Z negative. Z equals Z positive, union 0, union Z negative. We are finished Junior 6. I hope to understand what I explained, and I see you in the next lesson. Bye.